This right here is the most dangerous level. Why? Because it will be harder for your mind to realize that you're living in a dream. You're living in a dream world, that your job will not actually give you freedom. The reason why level two is dangerous, because you make you feel like you can purchase it. It makes you feel like you can buy it. When I got out of university, I felt like my income was going up. Meant like if I put it in my budget, I'm making more. My monthly payment for the car and the insurance fits very well. I can pay for it. Therefore, I should go buy it. Right? I went there and buy it. I think it was about 500 a month, plus the insurance was 200 a month. So that's it. I was paying about 700 a month, and my salary was about 60, 65, 62 actually. It was 62 out of school. Yeah. Um, but I also had other debts prior to getting the car, right? I also had other debt prior getting the car. Then I have the car, and then I'm not using my money to invest. I'm not using my money to really drastically put the debt down. I'm just maintaining the debt, right? That's what I'm saying. And that pattern right here is dangerous because now you attach with the material stuff that's costing you. You may be attached to the lazy boy couch that you buy, that you're financing. You may be attached to that big TV that you're financing. You're not paying it cash, right? You may be attached to that lifestyle that you feel like you can afford, but deep down, you're financing everything. You're not getting out of debt. You're increasing the level of debt you have. So it's a very dangerous level when it, from the perspective of your personal financial development. That's when I say dangerous, I'm not saying from like, you're not getting food or anything. I'm not saying from survival. I'm saying from the perspective of your personal financial development, from the perspective of the level of the game, this right here is the most dangerous level. Why? Because it will be harder for your mind to realize that you're living in a dream. You're living in a dream world, that your job will not actually give you freedom, that you will not get out of paycheck to paycheck, and paycheck to paycheck is bad. Now, before I continue, I want to give a couple of shout out. Aaron, again, thank you for showing up and being active in the chat. Most people don't make six figure in UK. Most people don't make six figures anywhere. And we're gonna cover that. I have a video for you guys. I want to show you, and you'll tell me. Most people don't make six figures anywhere. Aaron, right? Is the base salary in UK? I mean, am I wrong? Or is the base salary in the UK six figures? Right? J Bones. Very true. Yeah. Dangerous. Dangerous as you're stuck in the middle, you're surviving, but you're not moving forward. No step back, no step forward. Yes. Let me add to that point. Great point. Great point, J Bones. But let me add to that. You said no step back. Not necessarily. The same example from that prison that I gave could apply to the maintaining part. And it's like a step graph, right? Your debt is here, it's flat. You're not decreasing it, you're not increasing it. But all of a sudden, something happened. Maybe your car breaks down. Oop, it goes up because you take more debt to fix your car. Then all of a sudden, you accidentally get a girl pregnant. Then, all of a sudden, diapers, all of a sudden, daycare, you know, all of a sudden, you can't live in a small apartment anymore. You need some room for the baby to run and grow. So you need some grass in the back so the rent goes up. And then you're maintaining that, right? So if we're looking at the debt keeps going higher, right? And you're maintaining that higher debt because as you get older, whatever you do, one way or another, you're going to have a higher debt. It's a matter of time. With your lifestyle will demand it. You will have, but if you're not doing anything about it, then that's why it's dangerous because your paycheck is being consistent. That is coming flat. And if you think about it, with inflation, your paycheck is slowly going down and your expenses are slowly going up. And it's doing this. until you get to a point where you have to have kind of intervention somehow, whether someone slaps you, whether you came up with your own conscience, but you have to be in what I call in this stage. It's a very powerful stage because also in this stage, the awakening happens. We have the awakenings happens where you're gonna get the blue pill or you're coming from the blue pill to get the red pill. And it's always fun to see when this happened with someone, and they're always at some point they might be obsessed with information, with understand what they didn't know. Like they are the it's I'll just it's a very interesting step because you all the world that you think you knew, all of a sudden you realize, man, I didn't know anything. That knowledge that I had made me not having the life that I want. I'm living in debt. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. So that's basically the stage where the awakening happens, right? So I mean, remember this movie here. Let me share my screen with you guys so that you can see. Remember, remember this movie here. Wait, let me see if it works. There you go. Uh, this movie right here. That's what I'm saying. This movie, this stage, the stage where where basically you're maintaining your life, your expenses are slowly going up, but your income is not really going up. With inflation, it's going down and you feel it. You didn't feel it this year, but you feel something is wrong. You feel something is wrong, you just don't know what it is. And then next year, you're like, that feeling becomes more and more. And the year after, you're like, man, something gotta change. I just don't know what it is, but something gotta change. Do I have to sell that TV? Do I have to sell that car? You're starting to think about things like this. And then the year after, you're like, you know what? I don't know, but maybe I'm going to sell that car. But you feel like selling the car is not the answer you're looking for. Do you feel like the answer selling the car is not? I don't know. For people, it might take years. For some people, it might take a month. For some people, it might take a week. Different people have different stages of awakening. Some people, it might take them their entire life before they realize this. Some people, it might take them when they're 60 years old, almost at the time of retirement. Ooh, you don't want to be that person, that's for sure. If you enjoyed this little short segment that we did, here's where you can click to find another short segment, or you can click right here to find the entire podcast. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.